Oh, right. Something about falling from the sky. You know, I've done it so many times now that I'm just used to it. Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and welcome to the Sandopolis zone. As the zones in this game go, I'd say this is actually one of the more difficult ones. There are just a lot of traps and hazards and that sort of thing, as well as just a lot of enemies encountered in sort of narrow areas. So, it can be tricky. However, there's also a lot of neat stuff, like this. In fact, this is one of the levels that has some of the most gadgets and gizmos for you to mess around with, which I can appreciate. It's obviously very Egyptian themed, not only in the tile set and the sprites, but also in the music. And although I would be lying if I said this was one of my favorite zones, it's really not, but it's still a good one. One thing that I do really like is this sort of heat wave effect that's on the background, and actually in the foreground as well. If I stand still, you can kind of see it. That's neat. This is also one of the levels that has a lot of branching paths that you can take. And some super rings to be had as well, although I'm not going to go out of my way to get those because, well, I already have all of them. You know, I didn't really want to transform there, but I wanted to get back up more quickly. One thing that is kind of annoying about having all the emeralds is the fact that this loop is literally just like a few seconds long and just repeats over and over and over. So that's kind of a bummer. I think I can go down here, actually. The trick to knowing whether or not you can go down is actually whether or not you see a platform under the sand. If you don't see a platform, then I would not recommend going down. Anyways, I was hoping to get 100 rings here, but we'll see. It might happen still. In fact, let's go ahead and go in here to cancel out my transformation. Any rings? Thank you much. I think the lightning is really probably what I want here. That'll do. Yep, should have just jumped down, I think. Another thing that makes this stage difficult is, as you saw there are a lot of enemies that you encounter in very tight sort of spaces, so it's not exactly easy to dodge out of the way most of the time. Although it can be done. Just a few more rings. I am trying to get to 50 extra lives before I finish the game, as I said before. And we're almost there. Ah. So close, huh? There we go. The boss for this stage is actually kind of interesting too. We'll be seeing in just a moment. And pretty much all of my rings are going to be gone by the time we beat this guy, I think, so I can kiss my ring bonus goodbye. So this is him. He's a rock. He doesn't actually take damage. The trick here is that you have to hit him, or alternately get him to jump into the sand so that he'll sink. Obviously, since I'm Super Tails, this is a little bit easier than it would otherwise be. Yeah. Still takes a while, though. See ya. And let's get the flag into the sand, why not? Perfect. Alright, the music sounds quite a bit more menacing this time around. So, there are light switches, and they are very much there for a reason. So far, I mean, doesn't seem to be much of a point, but we'll see in a moment. We also have these timed door sequences that you have to deal with, in addition to just the usual spikes and enemies and all that sort of thing. And there's even more that we'll see as well. Oh, and there go the ghosts. We'll take a look at the ghosts before we're done here, I promise. But for now, I'm going to keep sending them away by turning the lights on. Oh, I missed that jump. Which is not a big deal, I'd make it back there anyway. Couldn't remember what was up there, but this is the jump that you want to that one going down. So I'm going to come over here for these. So you'll notice as it gets darker, the ghosts get a little bit more menacing. They're still pretty cute though, so I don't think they're going to bother us really. Now, as Tails, I could just fly this portion, but if I do that, I'm going to turn into Super Tails, and I don't really want that yet. Okay. Should we let the ghosts come in this time? I think we will. Like I said, you know, they look a little bit more menacing, but they're still kind of cute. Ah. Okay, fine. Okay, now they're looking a little bit scarier. And if I give the light one more tick, it's actually going to make it so that they start attacking me. Which, in all fairness, is not really going to do anything because I'm Super Tails, but we'll let it happen just for amusement. So I'll avoid hitting that switch. Oh yeah, and here's the rising sand portion. Just in case you wanted one more hazard that you had to deal with. Now as Tails, you don't actually have to worry about this, you can just fly up. Like so. But as Sonic or Knuckles, it's a little bit trickier. Especially in some of these sections that we'll see in a moment. Go ahead and activate it again. Gotta go fast. But for instance, we gotta open these while the sand is coming up. Then we gotta go through this narrow area with the spikes. Again, gotta open this. I think there's an extra life in this one. And then you gotta make it up here. So, yeah, it's kind of scary. Let's get rid of the ghosts again. I think, actually, hold on. Am I remembering correctly? Well, it's better than no shield, I guess. I don't know why you would equip that on this stage, but... whatever. Let's cancel out the super transformation again. I used to not really bother with these when I was a kid playing it, but they're kind of nice. They work really well for exactly what I'm using them for, to cancel your super transformation when you don't want it. Dang it. I have the worst luck with when the power-ups drop, though. There we go. Well, I've hit my goal of 50, so I guess we'll call that a success. You know, I kind of like the ghosts at this stage. They look like there's something cute that's trying to be tough, and I can appreciate that. This one's kind of neat. You have actually two ways you can go, up or down. No, 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 no. Yes! Got it. Like I said, not going out of my way to get them, but if there's one right in my path, then sure, why not? Anyways, I do believe it's boss time. Fortunately, the ghosts go away. Alright, so here's the trick with this one. You gotta hit him open. Like so. If you don't, they'll shoot little lasers at you. Which is actually the least hazardous part. The most hazardous part being the spikes that will hit you. But anyways, that one's done. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. We're going to be... well, you'll see. Down we go.